Hi guys, it's Lexi from Lexington Eclectic, where I blog about our homeschool. I have 6 kids. I have 5 that I'm going to be homeschooling this upcoming year. My youngest is 1, so she's going to be mostly just destroying our house. But this is my next youngest. Can you wave? This is Pumpkin, and she's going to be in preschool this year. And I used to do a lot of planning for preschool. And I probably kind of overplanned, and we had lots of activities, and that worked really well with my oldest kids because they were my oldest kids. I didn't have any kids doing actual schoolwork and working through all the different subjects. We just did a lot of theme-based learning. So we would take a theme like trucks or autumn, and we would do lots of different activities and arts and crafts and things like that in our homeschool. So now I've really learned to simplify. Now that I have some older kids who are working through a lot of different subjects and it takes up a lot of our day, I've learned to really simplify and streamline our preschool. So I'm going to be sharing what we're going to be using for preschool this upcoming year. So our first subject, do you want to hold it, is Bible. So we're going to be using this Bible, my very first Bible. It has a lot of really bright pictures. It's very colorful, and it just has very simple stories. So it's a really great introduction to Bible stories. So that's something that we will read together. The other thing we're going to be doing, can you hold this up? This is our math curriculum that we're going to use. It's called Hands-On Thinking Skills, and it's from Critical Thinking Press. And I actually just kind of cut the binding off and I found it myself. So what we do is, it has lots of pages here. It's all black and white. And we use the different Unifix cubes. We use tangrams, different shape blocks, and we work on patterns and things like that. I'll show you, these are some of our blocks that we'll use, the different shapes. And then here are some more in our little container. So we'll be working on that, learning different shapes, learning about patterns. So that's kind of really all that I do for math in preschool. We're learning just number correspondence and counting, just very simple things. It's just kind of a fun year with lots of hands-on manipulatives. So for reading, you want to go through that? Do you want to hold up your books? We are going to be using All About Reading, the pre-level, right here. And here's our little box with all of our cards. I actually have the cards for the pre-level right here, and then level 1 is back here. So that's our little box where we keep all of our cards. So we'll be working through that. What they learn in this level is a lot of rhyming, learning all the letter sounds, all the phonogram sounds. We use a puppet that we play with, and he gives the lessons to us and helps us with rhyming words, learning beginning and ending sounds. So it's a great introduction for learning to read, learning all the sounds. It's very fun and very easy to use, and it doesn't require a lot of time or planning. So let's see what else. We will also work on handwriting, and this is what I use for handwriting. It's nothing but a lined whiteboard. So we use different color markers, and we write on here, and we just start working on learning how to write the different letters. I keep it very simple and very short. So we learn some capital letters, sometimes some lowercase, and we sometimes even play around with some cursive. So it's just kind of a fun introduction to all the different letters. And then for the other subjects, we mostly just read. So I have some books over here for art. You want to hold that one? We have these fun books. I think they were recommended by the Sunlight curriculum. This is Brush Mona Lisa's Hair, but it has different famous works of art, and then you can play with them. There's some kind of tactile things on them that are fun. Like this one has kind of some fuzzy stuff down here. So there are, I think, 4 in this series, and we'll be reading through these and talking about the art, just kind of discussing it. So kind of picture study, like a Charlotte Mason way. And then for science, I have lots of these Usborne books, and we'll be reading these, lots of different science readers, where we can learn about bugs and caterpillars and all kinds of different animals. So we'll be reading those together. And then the other part of our preschool curriculum is just books, lots and lots of books. So we'll be reading through this one. This is one of my favorites, the 20th Century Children's Book Treasury. and it has lots of great classics. There's Chicka Chicka Boom Boom. So it's kind of neat to have all of them in one giant book. And then here are some other favorites from our preschool year. This is Lady Lollipop, about a pig who belongs to a princess. Harry the Dirty Dog, that one is fun. My kids always love this author. This is Julius, the Baby of the World. We love really anything by this author. And then here's an older book. This is a classic called Little Toot, about a tugboat. And we used to live right by the ocean, and we used to be able to go watch tugboats coming in to the docks. So that was kind of a fun one to add. And then, yes, this is a huge favorite of all of my kids, Cyrus the Unsinkable Sea Serpent. So I just created a book list of lots of fun books for our preschool year. So we'll be reading those together. I will probably have some of her older siblings do some of the reading to help me out, because I have a pretty big book list of lots of fun picture books and a few early chapter books that we'll be reading. So that's really the bulk of our preschool curriculum, just doing a lot of reading and then a few simple things for math and reading. So can you say bye? Bye.